All right, guys, it's the guest we've been talking about. I've been super excited to talk to this guy. He's joining us right here in studio, driver of the Project 91, three-time V8 Supercar champion, 79 race wins. He's going to come dabble with us in Chicago street racing this weekend. Shane van Gisbergen is joining us right here in studio. First off, buddy, welcome in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You traveled a long way just to come on this podcast, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice to have you.
It's been a big trip. Finally got over my jet lag. Come good now.
How long did that take to get over?
It was just 26, 27 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, to here.
So,
Long way.
so before we get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, you went to your first oval this weekend in Nashville with Trackhouse, and you brought them guys some good luck. So how was your first NASCAR experience?
Yeah, I'd love to say I helped, but I didn't do much. I just took it all in. But it was cool. It was a hot weekend, but just seeing the amount of people, like the stands full for that race and how it works. We got to walk around the infield and stood up on the stand for a bit, watched the pit stops. It was cool. Very different to what we're used to. And then just seeing how the dynamic of the race is, like obviously quite different to TV. And I took particular notice of Daniel starting at the back, and you and him just right from the start going at it the whole time. Like there's no give or take. It's just flat out the whole way.
There's only take.
Yeah.
There's only take. So we got to spend a couple minutes to just introduce ourselves. Meanwhile, my guys were fixing my stuff. I tore up in qualifying. We were sitting there watching the 99 car go to a backup. So it was cool just to like talk shop a little bit and get familiar. But you said, I heard you expressed a little bit of interest about maybe being intrigued to run an oval.
Yeah, I am now. Like when the series was just one or two road courses, it's not that appealing for someone coming in. But now these cars are more relative to the rest of the world, and you do so many more road courses. So yeah, it looks like something you'd want to try, and it looked fun on the weekend. The 3 wide, and looks awesome.
It's until you're in it, and you got somebody up your ass, right? Yeah. But hey, for those who aren't familiar with V8 Supercar racing, this guy is 4th on the all-time win list, 3-time champ. He's coming over here to get a taste of it, and if anybody, and I said this a couple weeks ago, if anybody has a chance to like shake things up and be in contention for a win in that Project 91 car, it's this guy. He has more road racing experience than pretty much everybody, and it's essentially there's only 3 or 4 guys in the field that probably have ever raced on a street race.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's that. I'm not
to
sure.
AJ McDowell.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, beyond that, I don't know.
And you're still an active guy.
Yeah,
right. You're still racing.
34 years old.
So it's not like you're, it's not like you're Jensen or Kimmy that's like kind of doing it for wouldn't say fun, but for fun.
Yeah.
So I don't. Have you gotten in the sim at all yet? Or?
Yeah, so I did a bit obviously on our racing, but then jumped on the team's one, and then I get to go on the Chevy one in 2 days' time. So to get a feel of it.
McQueen. Do you have anything like that in Australia?
Lightning McQueen.
The
simulator. It looks like that.
They said they did.
It looks exactly like that.
No, completely different. Yeah, we just do computer sim like math stuff, never driving. So very different.
So you drive for essentially the Hendrick Motorsports of
Australia,
right?
Yeah.
Like what they've won 10 out of the last 20 championships I saw.
It's been good.
So it's been solid. And even though with all that, it's like they don't even have I found that interesting. They didn't have a simulator, like a driver in the loop simulator there.
Yeah.
So what's it like when you walked in the track house? How much different is that than like what your guys' workshop is?
Just the scale of it. Like it's pretty much twice everything. So we have 60 staff. I think they have 135 there, and like they had the team lunch just before, and seeing everyone in there, like it's a massive team. But like how it all works is still pretty intimate. Like everyone works together well, and all the different departments. It's very cool to see. But ours is similar. Just this is all massive. Yeah.
So I'm always curious to how like you get the invitation to drive for Project 91. Does like somebody knock on your door in like a black suit with a briefcase and like open it up, like check yes or no, and it goes like directly to Justin's bus? Like how does the conversation for you to be a week?
Well, I obviously saw it all last year with what Kimmy did and how Justin came across with the project, what his intentions were with it. And I was just like, throw my hat in the ring. So I messaged my friend Paul Morris, who knew Boris said, and Boris is friends with Justin, and got the conversation going. And like it's hard to stack up to someone like Kimmy, but I guess in our part of the world, or what Justin wants to do is all different continents and stuff and bring them across. And so it was pretty cool to be on the list. And he said last year we'll look at what we can do this year, and it worked out.
When did you finally realize it was actually going to happen?
It was probably three months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I guess because you have way more experience than any of us do. How does Chicago Street Course, the limited time you've had just on the computer, stack up to the ones that you've raced in the past?
Yeah, it's quite different to the Australian ones. Like, we have a lot more curbs on the inside and chicanes and stuff. It's very rare that we have just 90-degree corners and the walls are everything. So it's quite unique. And then even at the end of the brake zones, it's just a wall following the corner. Like, we have some runoff and a lot more tire barriers. Like, this looks super difficult compared to what we're used to. And it looks bumpy, lots of surface changes. Like, it ain't going to be easy.
So what's your focus and expectations going into the weekend?
I don't really have anything, but I guess we've had such good prep, and I got a good opportunity to drive the car yesterday, get a feel. So, I feel comfortable, but I don't really know. Like, if you come into my series and said you were going to run at the front, we'd laugh at you type thing. Like, you guys drive the cars so much every week. You're doing a lot more road courses. And obviously I've watched most of the races this year trying to learn. And everyone's at such a high level. So you're never going to just come in and smoke everyone. But you'd like to hope that you can be competitive, yeah.
So V8 Supercars are right-hand drive.
Yeah.
But we talked a little bit on Saturday, and you said you have driven several cars that are left-hand drive, rallycross and some other things like that. You drove the car yesterday at the Roval for a bit just to get settled in, to figure out sequential shifting. What are some different things, and what are some similar things of what you're used to driving?
Man, getting through the window, something I'm not used to. Not being a small guy is difficult.
Those guys who are just listening, my guys, what are you, 6'3"?
Yeah.
205?
Yeah,
my man's
210, I think I was.
Look at the calves on that freaking guy.
Trying to get them through the window is going to be rough. That's what I was at pit practice today, and Scotty come walking up, and I said, hey, I'm interviewing Shane this afternoon. Is there anything I should talk to him about? He said, ask him if he meant to block my door getting out of the car. Listen to this all-time move. So he wins. Scotty finished second, so they pulled in the victory lane. And since you get out of the door, he just pulled up next to him, so he couldn't get out.
And and then you got out.
Yeah. But I wish I did it on purpose. Like, it was filled with smoke from doing skids, and then I just pulled up to the bollard thing, and it worked out. It went down real bad.
He thinks you did it on purpose.
Yeah, everyone thinks I did. But the next day, he won, so he got it back.
Did he block you in the next day?
I don't think I got on the podium next day. Yeah.
What do you think? I'm always curious of just different racing etiquettes in different areas or series around the world, right? You've watched Coda, and you've heard Jenson Button's post-race interviews, and you saw Kimmy at Watkins Glen, right? And you've seen now an oval race on just the etiquette or lack thereof in racing. How is that, or what you're used to driving?
Well, we have a judicial system. Like, we have one touch, and it's ruled on it. Everything's ruled. There's so many rules and penalised for everything.
By steward?
By a steward, yeah.
Is it like FIA?
No, the series runs it, and there's a driver standards advisor. Okay. And he does a very good job, but he polices everything, like front to rear contact, side to side. So
really?
Whereas here, it's all sort of self-policed by the looks.
Well, it's actually, no, I'll tell you what the policing is like. Nice job.
Yeah.
Good job.
You have to do
a little
something
harder.
Major to get
in trouble.
Dude, there'd
be nobody left at road courses if you got penalized for that.
So when I saw Coda, it was like, what am I getting into?
Well, the entire field would have a 30-second penalty, so we'd all finish in the same spot.
Everyone would have drive-throughs. Yeah.
There's only one or two 90-degree corners there. This place has all of them.
I spoke to Jordan Taylor, and he said, like, he never experienced anything like it. And he said, he tried to be respectful at the start, then he just got sick of it and started pushing back. But I don't know if that's the right thing.
I'll give you a little tip, because I've talked to you for 5 minutes now, and I like you, so I'm going to give you a tip. You could use this to your advantage, or people will also use it to your disadvantage. They don't have to race you next week.
Exactly, yeah.
So they will use you up much more before they use me up, because they have to race me.
They have to see you next week.
I don't even know where we race next week. But, like, if somebody uses me up, I'm going to get their ass the following week.
Yeah, because I'm on a plane Monday.
You're on a plane Monday, so you could use somebody else's ass up, and you don't have to see him next week either.
Yeah.
Maybe never again.
Maybe never again.
I've never raced like that before.
No.
But I don't really want to. Like,
yeah.
You want to respect everyone, because you're all racing for your championship and stuff, but you
want
to do well as well.
I respect that.
Yeah.
But when you put the helmet on,
could change.
Until the fifth guy uses you up, you're like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. And my luck, I'll be the sixth guy.
We had him on here the Wednesday after Coda, and he popped up on the screen, and his face was like, what the hell was that? He was violated.
I think, though, it's going to be much different this weekend because there are, like you acknowledged, there's no margin for error and there's no runoff room.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you literally have two lanes, and you either have the mustard and the mayonnaise, and they're both concrete walls.
I watch you guys race every week, and I don't believe that. But
there have to be some respect to go too wide around some of those corners.
You would hope to think, but we're not very smart.
How is there? Have you called anybody else? Like, did you talk to Marcus or Scotty about coming over here and racing?
Yeah, Marcus was very helpful. He was one of the first guys I rang, and just how to fit in and deal with the weekend and stuff. But I think it's changed a lot since he's done it. But still, it's all relative. But he was more encouraging to just get over here full time and come and try it.
Yeah,
but,
dude.
Yeah.
Would you entertain that? What would it take for you to be like, you know what? I'm gonna be a NASCAR guy.
As I said, the more road courses now, it's appealing, and then coming here, seeing how the teams work, how the country is like. It's very rare to get an opportunity to come straight into the Cup Series and just try it, you know. So I'll see how it goes, see how we like it. And
what oval looks appealing to you?
Not the Daytona Talladega stuff. That looks nuts. But stuff like the intermediate, or is that what you call an intermediate on the weekend? Yeah, that stuff looks cool.
Bristol's what you got to go for, buddy.
Yeah, that and the Martinsville looks like crazy.
Yeah.
But, Be fun to try.
This guy fit right in. I miss Marcus. Marcus was freaking electric to watch.
Marcus was great, and dude, that finish at Watkins Glen was one of the best
That's
ever.
right, yeah.
But speaking of running into each other, I've heard. I did a little research, and I heard that you need to tell us about your birthday parties. I heard that they get pretty electric.
Well, that was my 30th. We started it, and it's sort of been every year since. So we have like a car race.
When's your birthday?
May 9.
Okay.
Yeah. Right in season for you.
That means we
I'll
can't
make
go.
some plans.
Yeah. And you got cars. They got to be 2-wheel drive. It's in a mate's paddock, and we get a timing line. Cars will have transponders, and you just go for it. It's a 3-hour race, 3 drivers, and we put all aero on them, paint them up like old race cars. And the only rule is, or 2 rules: 2-wheel drive, and it has to stay there afterwards. So no one spends crazy money because you lose it. So
What track's it on?
it's just a paddock, and we put hay bales out and go racing.
Is a paddock a parking lot?
Like
I
a
had
grass
this problem.
field.
Yeah, it's like a
Grass
grass
field.
I had this
on a farm.
Listen,
Yeah.
I had this problem when
Okay.
our buddy George first moved in with me. The first day we went down to our garage, and I had to, I was at Roush working on the 26 car at the time. I had a Crown Royal hood. And he said, "Oh, you got a bonnet." I said,
Yeah,
"What?" He said, "You got a bonnet." I said, "I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, dude." He's like, "Oh, it's a hood." So there's definitely different lingo, but yeah, I heard that it gets pretty
It's
rowdy
pretty wild.
out there.
It's good fun. Yeah.
So what does preparation
How many
look like
cars
for you?
are in this race?
The last one we had 25.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
but it thins out pretty quick. They
I'd
all
say.
blow up.
What's the car to have? What usually wins?
Like a Nissan Maxima. I don't know if you have that here. 6-cylinder front wheel drive.
Yeah.
That's
I'd
what
get
I've
a
had
Ute.
the last couple.
I'd
They've
get
been good.
the Utes are cool over there.
Yeah.
I never
They have
knew
no
Not
they
good
had-
traction though.
No
yeah.
traction.
Oh yeah, you put some cinder blocks in the back, like when it snows out. What is? I've always wondered this, because like we're on teams and we're in it week to week. How long ago? Because is Darian your crew chief?
Yeah.
Absolute. I've won a championship with him before. He's one of the best.
Awesome.
But like, how long ago did you guys start talking about like, okay, this is kind of what we do for springs, and if the car handles this way, this is the feedback we need. How long ago did you start that dialogue with him?
Yeah, it's been almost a month now, I guess. But the other thing is they don't really know yet. They've never done a street circuit. So
Yeah.
I don't like to know so much about the springs and what's in the car exactly, but just an idea of what things do and what like the main tuning tools of the car is. And it's very different here. It's all about the diffuser, it sounds like, and getting that as close to the ground. Our cars make the aero over the top, not underneath. So normally on a street circuit, you're high, soft. So there's a bit of a trade-off here, it looks like. But it's it's been cool to listen to and learn. Like it's completely different, but also the same in some ways. So
Have you done pit practice yet?
I did that yesterday, and that's like we have the pit speed limiter. We come in, press the button, and hold our
Oh,
foot flat.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's got to be hard. That's got to be hard.
Because
crossover.
I think Trackhouse's car is an old Gen 6 car converted, so it's got the old school
Yeah,
tech.
we used the race car.
Oh,
Yeah,
you actually used the
yesterday,
one?
Yeah. So and then at Charlotte we did some pit passes, and like I started with the basic, 100 revs I think it was per light, and then that was okay. And then I went to the race guys one, and to hold the speed is difficult. That's an art.
Did you drag the brake a little bit?
No.
That helps.
Okay. That would be
Giving
good.
all these guys my
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the biggest things, because
Yeah.
if you go if you're running 5th, hell, if you're running 15th, and
And
you
he comes out
speed,
12th.
then you're
Yeah.
35th,
At the
and then
back,
you're
yeah.
And your
boom.
day's over. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's,
But when we did the pit stop practice coming in, normally my guys are all there waiting, and you drive into the stop. The first time I come in, everyone jumped over the wall. I just myself. It was crazy. Thought I was going to run them over.
Well, also at least, hey, it's a right side pit stop wall this weekend, so that's one less thing he's got to figure out.
Yeah, but this isn't on the other side of the car. It's different. Like it's even different for us, and these pit boxes are small. So
yeah, I've heard they're quite tight this week.
Yeah.
You guys run sequential shifters in your V8 cars, right?
We're a 6-speed, but I have a flat shift on the way up. So
okay.
Yeah. But we most of the drivers right foot heel toe.
So how's that different than what, like when you say flat shift?
Yesterday you got to lift a little bit to yeah. Whereas we just have like a ignition cut. When you have enough force, it cuts the motor. So
oh, okay.
Yeah, a bit different.
So go back over there. You're sitting fourth in the V8 Supercar Championship, right? You said it's super tight.
It's very close.
And I've got an interesting relationship with the points leader over there right now, Brodie Kostecki. So he made a legitimate NASCAR run, won some races in the K&N Pro Series. I was his crew chief during that time. So it's interesting how like your life just takes its own path. But you said an interesting comment when I brought him up. He goes, "Oh, he's a tough one."
Yeah, he's good.
He wheels, man.
I guess because he's been brought up in the racing here, like he's kind of brought some of that back. And
what is some of that?
Like he's just tough, doesn't take anything. But he's fair. Is really good about him. You know, you can race him hard. You can't take advantage of him, but he's going to leave you that little bit of space. So a few rounds ago, we had an epic battle at Perth, and for the win, it was really cool.
That's a gnarly track, dude.
Perth?
Yeah.
It's only got 3 corners or something, 4 corners.
Which one? I'm thinking about Bathurst.
You're thinking
Bathurst,
Mount Panorama.
Yeah.
That's gnarly when you guys start coming back down the hill and you can't really see where you're going.
That's a cool track, yeah.
But Brodie, dude, his spread here was one of the sickest. The house with the big old garage. But doesn't his cousin race too? Is it Kurt?
Yeah, the two brothers, 2 cousins.
Okay,
They're both not doing as much, but I think Brodie's trying to come back here. He was here a couple
I've
of months
seen him
ago
dabbling around.
Yeah, he wants to come and try. Yeah.
He wheels, buddy. He wheels. So it's cool to see him having success. It's cool to see you, man, try your hand at it. I'm legitimately excited to see what you can do in that Project 91 car this weekend.
Me too.
What's I guess you wait and see after the weekend to see if you'd be interested in doing some more. What do you think?
Yeah, you just gotta. I'm just trying to keep everything open. Just enjoy it and take it all in. Like, not trying to be too serious about it and be here to win. Just have some fun and prepare well, and we'll go well. But
now,
what's going to come of it? No idea.
Yeah. Well,
have you spent much time over here in America in general?
I've done Daytona 4 or 5 times now. The 24.
Okay, 24.
Yeah, and then a couple of Watkins and Sebring 12s. Yeah.
Okay, so
you've been over a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you ran Le Mans, right?
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
How was that?
That was awesome. Like, we didn't have the most competitive car. That was with the Riley team from here. And we weren't the most competitive, but it was so much fun. Like, cool to experience.
And you probably were teammates with somebody that was like a foot shorter than you. So how'd that work?
Yeah, Sam Bird is like the smallest guy I've ever seen. So he could have sat in my lap and drove. Like, it was tiny.
How'd you fit in there?
Well, they have the pedals on the sliders and the steering. But yeah, he was. The biggest thing was he's so fast on the straights because of the weight. So that makes it difficult. Yeah, but he was good.
Is there anything so when was it a dream of yours or just a goal of yours to compete in NASCAR? And is there anything beyond this that you still want to try to achieve driving?
I want to do the Nürburgring race, the 24 there. That looks epic. I've done a fair bit of racing in Europe. It's quite fun, but yeah, I don't know. I've always loved supercars, but yeah, it'd be cool to try stuff. You know, once I've won it a couple of times, and I still want to keep doing it, but now like you see all these new things going on, you want to try them.
Yeah.
And getting the opportunity to, it's hard to turn down.
How much you wanted to, like, did you have F1 aspirations growing up and then you were just
Never.
too tall?
It was always supercars. Yeah.
Really?
Always. Early 2000s when I started following racing, it was only Schumacher winning. Like, it wasn't that appealing to me, whereas supercars was out of control every week. Yeah. I wanted to do that. Yeah.
And then so when you grew up watching V8 supercars, was Win Cup the guy?
No, he was a few years later. So it was like Marcus Ambrose, Greg Murphy. He was my hero. They were 2. And Mark Scaife, they were all going together up the front. So, and there was a track about 30 minutes. They'd come over to New Zealand. It was about 30 minutes from home. I'd go every year and love
What's that track called?
Pukekohe.
That's where you...
And it finished last year. Yeah.
Pukekohe, because that's what Scotty was like. Ask him about Pukekohe. I'm like, huh?
I'm sorry,
He said it again. I'm like,
God bless you.
What? He's like, just the one in New Zealand, man. Just ask him about that.
Pukekohe, yeah.
So, did you follow Ambrose's trip to NASCAR? Like, was it a big Australian backing of kind of super curious and supportive of what he was trying to do over here?
Yeah, like every week it was the news. They'd have the winner and then how Marcus went. Like,
Really?
It was all they cared about, yeah. And the sport's kind of died in the last 6 years over there because there's no one to follow. So it's been cool to see the interest in this week.
I was going to ask you about that. So what's it been like by local Australian news following?
It's been crazy. And even my series posting so much about it, going and trying it. It's really cool to see the support from everyone, yeah.
I'm pumped to see. I've always thought, supercar guys would excel in this style car, and I'm pumped for your opportunity, and to see like even what Scotty's done in IndyCar, and
it's been good.
You guys, everybody over there wheels.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to have the crossover that we're having.
What's been the kind of upload week? You get in. I saw you there at Nashville. So you got into the States what day? And then you tested the Roval on Monday. You're here on Tuesday. You're going to go watch the DIL. You're going to jump on the DIL on Thursday. So what's like your week of just trying to intake information, get ready for the week?
Pretty much had something every day. So I arrived. We went straight to the shop and had my earbuds done to get the earplugs, and then seat fitting, all fitted up, and all the team kit. Like, it was pretty cool having so many people there just to get the car ready. And then then we went to Nashville, had a watch of qualifying, pretty much straight there. Chilled for the night, went to Tootsie's, which was cool. Checked out that.
Do they have any places like Tootsie's over there?
Nothing. That street. I've never seen anything like that street.
That is some American.
Man, that was crazy. It was very cool.
A lot of bachelorette parties walking around, and you're like, what is
on all
going
the little
on
buses
here?
and stuff, yeah.
What would be like the Nashville comparable Australian town?
Well, Gold Coast is pretty good sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
I used to live there, but, yeah, it's nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Yeah, so...
I mean, there's nothing like that in the rest of America either, so Broadway's pretty unique.
No, yeah. The preparation is that part is what is crazy to me. If you don't wear earphones there, what do you guys use for radios?
Well, we do just a bit different system here, I guess. So
yeah,
I just made some new ones. And
you bring your same helmet, or how's that work?
I got one just done for the weekend.
Man's got a special Chicago Bulls helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Got a little 23 with a Kiwi on the back.
Oh.
Now, MJ was there this weekend, though, but apparently Michael Jordan doesn't sign his autograph.
Apparently doesn't sign stuff, yeah.
Really?
Well, at least he says that to people.
Why'd you ask him?
PJ did, who's looking after us this week.
Okay.
If anybody can make some happen, it's PJ.
He said
PJ
no?
can't, yeah. But you said no.
Damn, if you get to the 45 or 23, ship them.
Ship them.
Yep,
Boss should have signed my helmet,
boss.
Dick. Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, hey, I'm excited to ask these three questions to you like I do every other guest on the show.
Okay.
Just because you traveled across the pond to get here doesn't exclude you from these questions. Question number 1. If you had to pick one car and one racetrack to race at the rest of your life, what do you go with?
McLaren GT3 at Bathurst. That was awesome to race there. That car, how we set it up, it was some of the best driving I've had, yeah.
Did it make a bunch of downforce and was just super fast?
And just the balance. We always struggled with looseness everywhere. That week it was just hooked up all weekend.
Now, so that wasn't a V8 supercar?
No, GT3 car.
Yeah,
McLaren, yeah.
For is that like the Bathurst 1000?
It's a 12-hour weekend it was, yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. You're saying these letters and these numbers, and we have no idea what you're talking about.
And I just tried.
He just like shakes his head like McLaren. What was it?
It was a McLaren 650, a GT3 car.
Yeah, and still, no clue. We have to.
Is it orange?
I'm gonna tweet. I'm gonna look it up.
It's orange.
When we're done.
Yeah, it's orange.
Yeah, that's cool.
See, I know what he's talking about.
They do like.
Great guess. Is it orange? I watched the Indy 500 too, and saw the McLarens there.
Okay, that's a first-time answer.
Yeah.
As I would expected. Question number 2: What's the most embarrassed you've been at the racetrack?
I got asked this the other day. I still don't have an answer.
Somebody ripped off my.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Give me something.
Honestly, don't know.
Did you ever poke one in the fence during time trials?
Probably I spun one day at a hot lap ride day with a journalist in the car and fenced it pretty hard.
Did you?
That was embarrassing. Yeah.
A friend of mine.
That was years ago.
A friend of mine hit it this year actually. Hit the fence with a pace car.
Ooh.
In Los Angeles.
I hit the medical car once. That was pretty good.
Did you?
Yeah. My steering was broken.
Oh man, that happened here, and it was a big fire. That happened with
Montoya.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
You hit the ambulance?
Yeah, like it follows the field on the first lap.
Oh yeah.
In case there's a big crash, and I got hit into the fence. I was trying to get back to the pits, and the steering broke right at the time it was passing me, and I just
I wiped it out.
It was like a brand new Porsche, and I just wrecked it.
Oh my gosh,
that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah,
that is a good one.
That's pretty embarrassing.
Question number 3. If you had to lose every racing memory that you've ever made and keep one, what do you keep?
the Pukekohe race last year. Yeah, that was like my dream to be a supercar driver started at that track, and it was the last one there. The first guy to meet me out of the car to do the interview was Greg Murphy, my hero, and just the crowd went nuts. The burnout was cool. All my friends were there.
Because you won the championship.
No, I didn't win the championship. Just it was the last ever race there.
Was it 21?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
But that was just the last race at that track.
At that track, they shut it down?
Yeah, and just, the atmosphere. And like I qualified 8th or something and got through to the front with a couple of laps to go. It was awesome. Yeah.
Is that the only race in New Zealand?
Hometown kid.
Sorry?
Is that the only race in New Zealand that they have?
It was. They don't go there anymore. So
that's it.
They're trying to get back there, but yeah.
How many people mistake you since you've been here for Australian?
Oh, almost everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
You're like, no, man.
It's kind of offensive, but
yeah. That people, I didn't really know how much of a difference there was either.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, I'm not Australian.
Why don't you like Australian people?
No, they're fine.
Oh, okay.
Just being Kiwis better. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like being Canadian, isn't it? Isn't
your
that
rugby
better?
team's way better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, SVG, I wish you luck this weekend, buddy.
Thank you. See you there.
I won't run into you, I promise.
Yeah. No, we're friends. That's good.
Yeah,
now I've got to go meet everyone else. Yeah.
No, I'm excited for you to be over here.
Dude, he'll run into you. Like that handshake, take it. He will definitely run into you.
I'll feel bad about it if I do it.
He'll give you like a sorry, but he will definitely.
I
caught
caught
hanging
Jensen,
out of the fence.
So quick story for your role. So Jensen Button called in. I was doing Sirius XM, and he's like, it's going to be very lovely racing with these guys, and I kind of took offense to that. So the first time I got around Jensen Button, smash Mac, was that lovely? I won't do that to you.
Okay.
Because you didn't call us lovely. So there you have it, guys. SVG, keep up with him. Who's on the car this weekend? Give them some love.
Enhanced Health and Quadlock in the 91 car. Yep.
Driving the number 91, Trackhouse, Project 91, Camaro, SVG, man, he's going to try to give us some NASCAR guys a run for the money. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a fun weekend. Nobody knows what to expect. So
can't wait.
It's going to be fun. Can't wait. Bye.